Om Shri Sai Ram, my dear students. In the previous session, we discussed Jesus Christ and Christianity. In that early life of Jesus Christ, his teachings, and how Christianity spread across the world, and which are the sects and contributions of Christianity. In this third session of Christianity and Islam, I am going to discuss Islam. Let us discuss Islam. See, Islam is one of the prominent religions of the world. Everyone knows it is one of the prominent. How? It is widely accepted. Worldwide, its presence is found worldwide. Islam originated in Arabia, in the Middle East, Middle East Asia. Arabia is a peninsula of West Asia. It is basically a desert which is not suitable for agriculture. Thus, the Arabs migrated to fertile lands and settled in places where water was available. See, Arab was desert region. They could not carry out agriculture. So, they migrated to fertile lands and settled in places where water was available to carry out and execute their agricultural professions. And such places were Mecca and Medina. Such places were Mecca and Medina. In the beginning, Arabs worshipped many objects of nature. They worshipped trees, stones, streams as gods. In Mecca, the stone of Kaaba and other 360 idols were worshipped by them. Actually, it was against to their culture and tradition. This was considered to be one of the most important religious places. Dear children, here we discussed Islam originated in Arabia. Arabia was a desert region. It was not suitable for agriculture. Now I'll ask some questions. You go through the textbook and find the answer. Where was Islam originated? Today's my first question, evaluation question is, where was Islam originated? Second question, why was Arabs migrated to fertile lands? My second question is, already I told. Third question, which was the place considered to be one of the most important religious places of Arabs? Kaaba was the most important religious places, one of the religious places. In Mecca, the stone of Kaaba and other 360 idols were worshipped by the Arabians. This was considered to be one of the most important religious places. This means Kaaba. Kaaba was such a holy. If you think about Islam, one name immediately comes to our mind, that is the Prophet Muhammad Paigambar. Today we are going to see Muhammad's early life and his teachings. Life of Muhammad Paigambar. Now we are going to see life of Muhammad Paigambar. The founder of Islam was Muhammad Paigambar. The founder of Islam, Muhammad Paigambar, was born in 570 CE. 570 contemporary era at Makkah. At Mecca. One of the holiest places. His parents were Abdullah and Amina. See, Muhammad had to face hardships during his childhood. Muhammad's father died before he was born. He was raised first by his grandfather and then by his uncle. He lost his parents during his childhood and was brought up by his grandfather and uncle. See, the great people, the greatest people always faced critique, hard life in their childhood. One such personality is Muhammad Paigambar. At the tender age, at the very adult, what we call, at his infanthood, he lost his parents and he was taken care of by his grandfather and his uncle. He was a shepherd in the beginning. What do you mean by shepherd? One who rears sheep is known as shepherd. He was a shepherd in the beginning and later started visiting Mecca and Syria for business purposes. He joined the caravan of his uncle. His uncle was a businessman. They used to go one place to another place, taking their goods to sell. Even Muhammad had his life such a caravan trade, and he experienced such a trade. During that, he visited Mecca and Syria. In Mecca, he was introduced to a rich widow by name Khatija. That means he was introduced to a rich widow Khatija and was employed by her. He was employed by Khatija. What was Khatija? Khatija was a businesswoman, a rich widow. A rich widow. Muhammad was employed by Khatija. Later, what happened? Later, he married Khadija. They had 2 sons and 4 daughters. When Muhammad traveled to different places like Mecca, Syria and others, when Muhammad traveled to different places for textile business, he was impressed by the simplicity of Christianity. He was impressed by the simplicity and monotheism of Christianity and Jewish religions. See, in the previous session we discussed it. The simple teachings of Jesus Christ touched the cream of heart of the common people. Touched the cream of heart of common people. Similarly, he experienced that. Muhammad, he was impressed by the simplicity and monotheism of Christianity and Jewish religion. And he thought that this was better than the polytheism of Arabs. What do you mean by monotheism? What do you mean by monotheism? See, here Paigambar was impressed by monotheism of Jewish and Christianity. What do you mean by monotheism? What is polytheism? Worshipping only one God is called monotheism. Worshipping more than one God is called polytheism. See, in the previous, today only we discussed it in the beginning. Kaaba was the place of worship. More than 360 idols were worshipped there. That means the Arabians were following polytheism. They were following polytheism. This was not liked by Muhammad, and he started meditating deeply for long hours on Mount Hira to find for remedies for the social and cultural shortcomings, cultural backwardness, cultural decay of Arab people. Why did he indulge in meditation? He started meditating deeply for long hours on Mount Hira to find remedies for the social and cultural shortcomings of Arabs. Dear children, let us see some questions. If you understand these questions and answers, that means you have understood the lesson better. Why was Muhammad used to visit Mecca and Syria? One question. Or this is question number 3. What was the question? Why was Muhammad started visiting Mecca and Syria? 3rd question. 4th question. Who employed Muhammad Paigambar? And who were Muhammad's parents? 5th question. 4th question is over. 5th question. Who were Muhammad Paigambar's parents? Okay. Note down all these questions and write them on your notebook as well as in the worksheet. Okay. After the meditation, Muhammad Paigambar achieved enlightenment. He was called as messenger of the God by the people. See, he deeply involved in the meditation where on Mount Hira to find remedies and solutions for the social and cultural decay of Arab people. After Paigambar achieved enlightenment, he was called as the messenger of God by the people. Soon, his disciples became very popular among the people. Many became his disciples. Many became his followers. And when he was in deep meditation, he used to share his messages with his disciples. See, he got heavenly messages. When Muhammad Paigambar indulged in meditation, he got heavenly messages that he shared with his disciples. They were considered as the messages of the God by his followers. Such collection of messages were compiled and published later. This known as the Holy Book of Quran. When was Muhammad called as the messenger of the God by the people? Which is the Holy Book of Islam? Which is the Holy Book of Islam? Okay. Later, Paigambar started preaching his principles in Mecca. That means he started to spread his preachings to people in Mecca. When Paigambar opposed polytheism, the enraged people of Mecca conspired to murder him. Actually, they were worshipping more than 360 idols. They were worshipping street, hills, rivers, streams were God. They considered these things were God. But this was opposed by Muhammad Paigambar. When Muhammad Paigambar opposed these, the enraged people, angry people of Mecca conspired, means planned to murder him. He traveled from Mecca to Medina when he became aware of this incident. This incident means this plan. So many people were planning to kill him. So he planned to travel from Mecca to Medina in the year 622 CE. 622 CE. What this incident is known as Hijrah. This incident is known as Hijrah. Hijrah means the departure. And the Muslims reckon this as Hijri era. That means lunar calendar of Islam. That means Islamic lunar calendar begins from here. Islamic lunar calendar is based on Hijrah. What do you mean by Hijrah? Note down the question. What do you mean by Hijrah? Departure. What do you mean by Hijri era? Another question. Hijri era, that means Islamic lunar calendar based on Hijrah. Then the people of Medina welcomed him. When he traveled from Mecca to Medina, the people of Medina welcomed him and followed his principles. After 8 years, there was a war between Mecca and Medina, and the people of Medina defeated the people of Mecca. Paigambar came back to Mecca. The people of Mecca accepted his teachings. See? Once they conspired to murder him. After realizing the teachings of Paigambar, they accepted his teachings. They became the followers of Muhammad Paigambar. Finally, they became the followers of the religion. They propagated the follower of the religion which was propagated by Paigambar. Gradually, his principle spread all over the Arab region. All over the Arab region. Then Paigambar died in the year 632 CE. 632 CE. When was Muhammad Paigambar died? Muhammad Paigambar was died in the year 632 Common Era. Okay, another question. When was the people of Mecca accepted his teachings? Another question. Now let us see teaching of Islam. Teachings of Islam. Islam means submission of oneself before the God, surrendering to the God. Muslim means the follower of God. See, now note down the question. What do you mean by Islam? Another question, ninth question. What do you mean by Islam? Now we are going to see the teachings of Islam. Here, Paigambar says, God is one. A simple prayer is enough to win the heart of the God. See, God is always simple. He accepts your love. The same thing pronounced by Paigambar. God is one. A simple prayer is enough to win the heart of God. Second point is, one should lead an honest and principled life and should keep away from all the bad habits. See, if we follow this, we can see a very nice society in this world. If we follow the words of Paigambar, we can see a beautiful world. We can see a beautiful world. Third point teachings is one should have respect for women and compassion for the poor and weak. What Jesus Christ said, the similar point appeared here. One should have respect for women and compassion towards poor and weak. These are all the teachings of Islam. What are the teachings of Islam? Explain them. Now we are going to see the rituals of Islam. Now we are going to see the rituals. Rituals of Islam. Islam follows four important rituals. One is kalima, second one is namaz, third one is roza, fourth one is zakat. Kalima. What do you mean by kalima? Second one, namaz. What do you mean by namaz? Third one, roza. What do you mean by roza? Fourth one, zakat. What do you mean by zakat? Now let us see one by one. Kalima. Belief only in Allah. Muhammad is his prophet. Muhammad is God, prophet. Muhammad is not God or anything. He is prophet. Pravadi. Second one, namaz. Prayer for Allah for 5 times a day. That means namaz. Turning towards Mecca, praying for Allah for 5 times a day is called namaz. Fasting in the month of Ramadan or Ramzan, that is called roza. Definite sum to be spared income to give to the poor. See, you keep aside a certain amount for poor. That is called zakat, dana. These are all the rituals of Islam. And one more is there. The fifth one is that, I told 4 important rituals, 5 important rituals. Fifth one is Hajj. Pilgrimage to Mecca once in lifetime is Hajj. Now 5 rituals are kalima, namaz, roza, zakat and Hajj. Later, this Islam spread to various countries like Europe, Asia, African countries and other countries. Now we are going to see the expansion of Islam. Expansion of Islam. Even Christianity also expanded to other region. Expansion of Islam. After the death of Muhammad Paigambar, the caliphs took over the responsibility of promoting Islam. The disciple of Muhammad Paigambar were eager to spread the preachings and teachings of Paigambar. They wanted to extend the preachings. Caliphs are known as successors of Paigambar. Who took the 10th question, who took the responsibility of promoting Islam? Who are called as successor of Muhammad Paigambar? Who are known as the successor of Muhammad Paigambar? These are all the questions to be written in your notebook. With the sincere efforts of Khalifa or Caliphs, Islam spread from Spain to India within a century. Within a century. In those days, there was no social media, internet, TV and all. In spite of all this, Islam spread from Spain to India. The reason for such a fast growth of Islam are simplicity of Islam. If anyone asks, what are the reason for the fast growth of Islam across the world? The first answer is simplicity of Islam. And efforts of caliphs to spread Islam. Caliph, they took great zeal to spread the messages of Muhammad Paigambar. That was the second reason. Fourth one is devotion of Muslims. One who followed Muslims, they spread Islam to other region. Religious interest of sultans. Many sultans accepted their religion. They accepted that as state religion and supported and promoted. That is also one of the reasons. Conducive political situation. Conducive political situation. Now let us see the contributions of Islam. Before we are going to see the questions to be noted down, what do you mean by Roza? What do you mean by Hijrah? What do you mean by Nawaz? What do you mean by Roza? What do you mean by Zakat? What do you mean by Hajj? And one more is there, Allah. What do you mean by Allah? Here we are going to see the contributions of Islam. Let us discuss contributions of Islam. Contributions of Islam. In the previous session we discussed contributions of Christianity. Now we are going to see contributions of Islam. What are the contributions? After accepting Islam, Arabs have been known for following contributions. Let us see which are the following contributions. Medicines for measles. See, swelling of cheek. Bahu, Kenne Bahu, a disease you might have heard. That is called measles. They invented medicine for measles and other diseases. And they have written books on medicine. This is the contributions. And they made several new inventions in science and mathematics. They spread the knowledge built by medieval Arabs and Persia in the field of geography, astronomy to other parts of the world. Islam influenced the art and architecture. The features of the Islamic architecture can be seen in buildings built in Roman and Byzantine and Persian empires. Even today we can see the influence of Islamic architecture in many buildings. These are all the contributions of Islam. Okay, note down the question. What are the contributions of Islam? Who invented medicines for measles? Note down that question. I did not mention the number. Now we are going to see the sects in Islam. There are so many sects in Christianity, even Buddhism, even in Jainism, Mahayana, Hinayana. See, the sects in Jaina, Mahayana, Hinayana. Shvetambara and Digambara in Jaina. Shvetambara, Digambara. Hinayana, Mahayana in Buddhism. And Christianity, Catholics and Protestants. But now we are going to see sects in Islam. Sect, Pangadagalu. Islaminalliruva Pangadagalu. Like in other religions, many sects can be found in Islam. The most important among them are Shia and Sunni. The successors of Muhammad Paigambar are known as Caliphs. They become the religious and political leaders of the Islam after the death of Paigambar. Abu Bakr was the first Caliph. Now I'll ask, which are the two sects which found in Islam? Who was the first Caliph? Who are the first Caliph? Who was the? Okay. This is all about Islam. Dear children, I think you might have understood this session. Go through the textbook, read well and answer all the questions what I asked in this session. I hope you will do better. Sai Ram.